Before this video begins, I'd like to give a huge thanks to my channel members who you can see on screen now. Become a member by hitting the join button and get your name here among other awards today. Hello there and welcome back to some more Forza Horizon 3. Today we are continuing on the Let's Play. This is episode 3. In today's episode, we are going to be going ahead and taking a look at building us a new festival site all the way over in Surfers Paradise. So, for that, we need to go over to Surfers Paradise. You might notice there's this car, the Ferrari F50 GT. This is the DLC car. I've bought all the DLC cars in the game now off camera. So, that's about 97 cars in total. So, our garage is full to the brim with cars. I'm only using this to get to the festival site. I'm not actually going to use it in today's episode. I probably won't use too many of the DLC cars, although I do plan to use a few of them.
Drive with you. If you see another driver cruising next to you beeping their horn, beep back to start a convoy with them.
I actually don't care. What's my fastest car? What, in the game at the moment? I'm not too sure. Yes, this is a Ferrari that is not red or yellow. So, that's good. Anyways, yeah, we've now got to drive over to the festival site, start that one up, and then we'll start racing through Surfers Paradise. As far as buying the cars goes, it's kind of boring. There's nothing too much to say about it. We'll buy some actual cars in the LP very shortly, so you'll sort of see that more. Also, I don't make any extra money or anything like that from getting the DLC cars. So it's just a pretty long, boring drive. That's why I decided to bring out something pretty quick in this case. This Ferrari F50 GT, which the chat is currently shunning me for the fact that it isn't red or yellow. And so what I say to that is I literally don't... yellow occasionally, but like red I will never... don't think I've ever owned a red Ferrari in Forza. If I have, it's only like been one or two. I don't ever buy Ferraris in red because I don't like red. One of the fastest cars is Centenario, but it's complete... I kind of like the way the Centenario drives, but that's probably just me. Kind of like the all-wheel drive thing. I'm just mad it isn't blue. It's kind of blue. It's like greeny, weirdy colour. Also, I'm taking the long way around because I particularly want to take this car off-roading because that will end about as well, as you'd imagine. Also, it's really nice to play a Horizon game where most of the metal barriers aren't just sort of go through as soon as you touch them. It actually does make things a little bit nicer. I can't remember what the actual overall fastest car in this game is off the top of my head. But there is quite a few fast vehicles, which I'm sure we'll get into later on. I'll probably drive a Koenigsegg later on because it's me. But we shall see. Teal or turquoise. Yeah, it's like a... I'm not sure what it is, I just saw it on the paint shop, and I thought I'd go ahead and get it. Hey look, it's me in another F50. Ironically, that one's red. It's a very nice car in colour, yeah. Forza Horizon 4's, yeah, the braking of the wall bits is quite irritating. Mine takes a bit to stop, and when it stops it goes into a spin and hard to control. Seems like an issue with tuning files more than anything. Maybe try tuning it a little bit differently. Anyways, here we are, Surfers Paradise, the big sort of city hub of the game. Probably my personal favourite area in the game, it has to be said. I really like the city area in this game. It's a really nice big city. Of course, nowhere near, it's not quite the size of Edinburgh in the most recent game, Horizon 4, but it is quite a nice place to be, nonetheless. It's also very pretty, as is quite a lot of this game. Definitely a better place than the Outback, although traffic is a massive issue, as you can see here, by the fact that no one can drive around it. So here we are. I guess we'll build our festival on this nice open site. We'll kill countless amounts of wildlife and so on and so forth. Let's build!
Horizon Surfers Paradise. People can walk straight from the beach to the stage to the starting barrier. It's a masterpiece, even if I do say so myself.
Indeed. It is an X class though. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Alright, and now, every time that you get a new festival site...
New friends. Most of them are cars, but you know. Speaking of, you're here to collect another one, yeah?
Yeah, every time you build a festival, it gives you an option of a bunch of cars that you can go ahead and buy and continue your career on with. I don't think we have to use any of these, although I could be wrong. I'm going to go for the Falcon, because I like it a lot. So, we shall go with that. And it comes in purple as well, which makes it better. So let's go ahead and grab our Falcon. Of course, we're going to go for an Australian car again. I think I've driven 1 British car and 2 Aussie cars this far. So, is this your first playthrough? No. Although I do explain it to people. That way. Yeah, you gotta walk people through the game. There's people that might never have played the game anymore, and they've just come here to figure out what's going on. Anyways, let's go ahead and take our Falcon, see what we got. A couple of PR stunts.
It's not just a paradise for surfers. Have fun.
Let's go and have fun. What is fun?
Radio dial for another station. I've got the papers ready to sign.
Offspring, Bad Religion. Yes, that sounds like my sort of thing to sign. Let's do that.
Radio. Punk, metal, and hardcore for all the girls and boys. I'll sign them up right away.
And now we've got to pick another one. I don't know what a Skrillex is. I said about Blink-182, I'd rather shoot myself. Let's go with Classic FM. Yes,
Boss,
absolutely.
you've got to listen to this. I found a local classical station called Timeless FM. It's community radio, so they're lovely and they can really use the sponsorship, but their production is less than slick. Also, I doubt their host has ever driven faster than 40 in his life. Check them out.
So they're hosted by me. Anyways. And Horizon Online's available. Hooray, I literally don't care. Right, let's go.
In 200 yards.
Let's get immediately crashed into by a Ferrari 599 XX. I think this car might need some upgrading, because it does feel a bit like a pig. So let's go and have a quick look at this game's upgrading system. Or we probably won't, because it wants to show us about Horizon Online.
This is Horizon Online. In Horizon Online, coming first isn't everything. Make it clean, make it stylish, make it look good, and you could earn as much XP as the bloke out in front.
And that's why it was broken.
Ways to play. In Online Adventure, we'll set you up with a bunch of great events all over the country. You and your friends can get straight into the action. All you have to do is drive. Online
There is a
Freeway
GTO
lets you
phase
choose
4
your
in
own
this game.
adventure. We'll turn you and your mates loose on this wide open land. Take some cars out of the garage, run events, tick off the bucket list, or just roam till the sun goes down. And now, for the first time, you can play a Horizon campaign in co-op. Work with your mates to make Horizon Australia the biggest Horizon there's ever been. And everything you do in co-op still counts in your solo campaign. So don't be shy.
I will continue to be shy and hate people. Anyways, let's actually upgrade El Falcon. Why is the stream gone yellow all of a sudden? A weird colour for the stream to go. Apparently I got 7 messages.
Hey, Emile. It's
Oh, and Forza Fon. This doesn't matter anymore, but when this game was in its prime, essentially you'd complete different challenges and it'd give you like access to more... It'd give you access to like more cash or wheel spins or unique cars. In the case of this, now that the game is very much long dead, that is not a thing that exists anymore. So instead you get options for like completing 1,000 races, and then you can do that and it will give you more Forza Fon, or it'll give you rewards that way. So this really doesn't matter anymore. Also, message center. Apparently we have messages. We have a lot of gift cards, so I'll collect those off camera. So we've pretty much unlocked all of the game upwards now, so that's cool. There's also extras, treasure maps, horn accelerator for whatever reason, and then tokens, which was this game's microtransaction currency, and now that's dead. So, ends in 2,928 days. Be quick or you'll miss it. Fun fact about that, that actually it takes us to... I don't think that's actually gone down since they introduced it. Anyways, of course, with upgrading as usual, it looks pretty much like it did in Horizon 2. You can engine swap cars, as we've been able to do in every Forza game. Drivetrain swap, which we've been able to do since Horizon 2. Aspiration swaps, of course. There is aero packages available for the cars, of course, in the case of this one. Not so much. You have your tyre compounds, which you can upgrade as usual. In the case of this, because it's a big muscle car, that does take forever. Well, they're kind of needed, should I say, so we will stick ourselves some big tyres on this car here. The menus are so slow, I forgot how slow everything was.
Can tweak and tune your handling.
Yes, this is where you can tune your handling, so for example, we can actually make this car handle not like a boat. Gearbox, because it's a muscle car.
We can switch it up for you here.
Do want a diff. What else do I want? I need to take this to S800, or A800, I think, so. We will get a few more bits and bobs to try and lower some weight, and then I'll just go for pure power. What tyres did I put this on? I don't really want race. I think sport should be enough. But I will stick some aero on it as well. There we go. And do I really want to do anything more to it? You see, this is the problem. I don't really have much more I can think to do to the car. I don't want to make it like a mega... Ah, there we go. Roll cage, perfect. Let's do that. And should we slap in a clutch? Yes, that brings us to A800. And that will finish us off at an even 44 grand. I heard rumours about the servers are going to be shut down. Do you think this is true? Absolutely not. Forza Motorsport 2 servers are still up, and that game came out in 2007. So I wouldn't worry about that one. Gonna get dinner. See you later. See you later, buddy. But yeah, I wouldn't worry about the servers being shut down. I assure you they're going to be up for quite a while longer. Anyways, now we have a car which drives a little bit better, so that's good.
200 yards. Turn right.
I would usually make the gearing a little bit less, but it actually seems like it's okay. Driver tiles having their usual issues with the traffic of Surfers Paradise. And we have
Hey, Emile.
a street
Glad you
circuit.
and your friends are enjoying the races we've set up. But this is your festival. We take orders from you. So, let's talk about Horizon Blueprint.
Oh, it's not. It's going to force me.
With
Okay.
Blueprint, you decide where and how fast. Set race conditions, number of laps, car themes and categories, and then run your events your way with your friends. Each theme contains a group of cars carefully selected and balanced for your events. Want to race rally classics, Chevrolets, Italian manufactured cars? Take a look through and see what you think.
Yeah, so there you go. You can basically create your own events, or you can use the ones Horizon built, or you can play through the ones your friends have made. So, for example, there's one apparently I made. Or you can just race whatever the game gave you before, and we will go with that one. So, you get your name in the voiceovers. I do, Dylan. Why do they leave the servers up but not an arse load of DLC? Because the DLC is limited by licensing, and the servers are not limited by licensing. No, FM6 isn't delisted. It's literally going to be on Games with Gold next week because they're like going to get rid of the DLC in September, I think so. If you want to grab Forza Motorsport 6, which actually should still be active by the time this video goes up, so if you want to grab that. Anyways, after... What the hell am I driving? After this point, I won't use whatever the game holds your hand with. This will be the sort of the final time I just use a car forced by the game. I will use something different next time. Because the game has basically, now that it's telling me about Blueprint and stuff, it is essentially saying, hi, this game is, you know, it's free, it's yours now. So, that's good. But I don't mind driving the Falcon, because I quite like the ye old Falcon. It's a good little car. It's not really little, but it's a good car nonetheless. And of course, this being an Aussie game, I'm going to try and use quite a few different Aussie cars, and, well, the Ute we started the game with was one of them, and this Falcon is another one to add to that list. Yes, FH3 will be delisted next year. By the time you watch this video even, it might be. Not by you people who like actually watch this stuff when it comes out, I mean the guys that watch this stuff in a retrospective. I really didn't like blueprints. Each to their own. I didn't really care. I kind of like them because it makes the game a bit easier at times. Also, you can see I did not build this car for straight line speed, unlike everyone else in this race did apparently. Also, this guy's called Child Support. It's an odd name for a gamer tag, but go with that. Anyways. Yeah, I can kind of see why some people wouldn't like the blueprint system. The problem is, Boost, you're kind of like me, where to an extent I kind of want the game to... I don't want to be creative for the game, I want the game to be creative for me. It's why I kind of like the Horizon 1 thing, where it's like, hey, or, well, even up to Forza Horizon, when they had like this is the race for Audis. You have to race an Audi, or this is the Ford GT Cup, or something like that. Whereas this game is basically like, hey, whatever car you want to drive, you can do that. And while I like that to an extent, I do have to admit, I do kind of like being challenged by the game to... I like being forced into different cars occasionally, and so on and so forth, because a lot of the Horizon games at the moment do feel like, or even down to Forza Motorsport, it does feel like sort of like, hey, just pick whatever car you like and just go for it, so...
Enough wins, boss. Give somebody else a chance. Kidding. Keep it up.
Yes. We do not have claims of corruption here, Kira. Now. Anyway, some more XP. Not quite at wheel spin levels yet. And we do claim some more fans.
I'm this close to getting our next stage greenlit. I just need to show them bigger attendance numbers. Can you help me out?
Yes. Strange name for a game tag, says the guy who's got Prone to Regret for his game tag. I kind of like the name Prone to Regret. It also accurately sums up my life. Anyways. Where is the next race? The next race is over here. So let's go do that. I'll do the PR stunts in something a bit different, I think. I won't do the PR stunts in the Falcon. Well, actually, I might do and then just come back later and clean them up. I don't know.
Turn right.
Anyways, of course, Surface Paradise, actually quite a big city hub. I think it is probably like having Horizon 2's Nice and Castello sort of joined together somewhere in that region. It is quite a big old area to go around. Anyways, we have a Skylines View circuit in Surface Paradise, so let's go ahead and do that. Another exhibition race, 3 laps, let's go. Horizon 1 was great, and to be honest with you, most of the one-make things were more of a side thing that you didn't have to go for, if I remember it correctly. Yeah, if you didn't want to do 100%, then you don't have to, but I did 100% Horizon 1, I refused to 100% Horizon 2, this probably will not be 100%ed. It's not like it's particularly difficult to 100% Horizon 3, it's just that it's not something I particularly would look at doing. 25% extra credit, sure, why not? Yeah, the bonus boards I'm gonna do later on. I'm probably gonna do that off camera. Fucking, I don't know what I'm driving. Like, I don't know what the fuck my character has in that GTO, but for whatever reason, he just keeps launching his car straight into the back of Angel's anus. I don't really understand it. Well, there you go. A little bit of sliding going on. Look at the way it's bouncing, that car is all engine. Yeah, I think everything in this race is all engine, in fairness. It's because I've like upgraded my car to A800, so everything else is probably like 1500 horsepower. And so on and so forth. Of course, much like in Horizon 2, the checkpoint system is irritating. The checkpoint system seems to get worse every single Forza that launches. I've got no idea why. It is kind of irritating, but that's the way the cookie crumbles, I guess, when it comes to this. Of course, I'm not the most clean driver in the world, but this is Horizon, so it doesn't really matter. Your private account avatar is in the race. It's not really a private account, but This is just the one I happened to do Forza LPs on because I refused to wipe my I don't particularly want to wipe my progress from the previous Forza games. You can feel free to add this account though if you like. I mean, I haven't got an issue with that. I'm not going to do anything with it, but you know, if you want to see your name in races and stuff, then I guess that's something you can do. I think my controller batteries have just died in this controller. Yes. So, that's a issue I'll probably solve before the next episode. Don't know if I'll do it mid-episode. I can't really feel what the car's doing, but that shouldn't really matter all that much in theory. Anyways. Nostalging a lot. Don't worry about it. It's all good. I can kind of understand your point about the tracks not being quite as well defined in this game. I kind of like the tracks. Some tracks are better than others. This game definitely does have some rather iconic tracks. I think most of the Surfers Paradise tracks are pretty good. There's also a couple in the rainforest that are really excellent. Stream is having a sad for you. Seems fine on my end. I haven't had any bad notifications come through yet. What kind of controller do I use for Xbox? I pretty much do what it says on the tin. For the 360 era games, I use a black wired 360 controller. For the Xbox One style games, I use a Xbox One controller. If you want me to be slightly more specific, this is a second generation Xbox One controller. It's one I bought relatively recently. It's the blue one with the dark blue sort of secondary colour, and all the buttons are blue. It's a very blue controller, but I needed a replacement. I previously had a white Gen 2 controller, but the thumbsticks got broken, and I've also used a black Gen 1 controller, which I got with the Xbox One on launch day, although the left bumper on that one no longer works. How long do you think 50 laps on Goliath will take? I believe it takes around about 12 hours or so. Yeah, there's different gens, because obviously the first gens did not have the original aux port. Anyways, 15,000 credits. A little bit extra in the XP front. We are going to get a wheel spin this time around. We'll spin for a prize and see what we can get. The wristband system is still in this game, but much like in Horizon 2, it doesn't really make a whole lot of difference in general. We are going to get 80,000 credits, which is good. And of course we will recruit ourselves some new fans. Not quite enough to go into festival expansion route though, of course. We will be doing that now by taking a look at the PR stunts, because I believe this, unless there's another race, I'll take a look at another race. Oh, hello.
My uniquely tuned automotive psychic senses are telling me that there is an abandoned classic nearby. Or maybe I just heard a rumour. You know, either way.
So yeah, barn finds, also returning to this game. More barn finds than ever in Horizon 3. It's up to 20, I believe, although some of those are time limited. We have actually got another race, so we'll go around and collect that. So let's go ahead and get ourselves over that way. But yes, of course, barn finds, you drive up to the barn, find the car inside, and then eventually the game will restore the car, and then you can drive that. We are going to look at the barn finds, however that one is a little bit out of the way. I will probably go ahead and collect that one once we head a little bit more that way. So I was going to go and play FH1 on 360, but no 360 controller, time for backwards compatibility. Yes, it is backwards compatible. I'm probably going to do a Horizon 1 vanity stream at some point, but I'm not quite sure when that'll be. Because I do love Horizon 1 dearly. It is still my favourite Horizon game. Me and you don't agree on with a lot boost, but Horizon 1 is still my personal favourite. Just something about it I really like. Is Ludo the only one having stream problems, or is that everyone else? The stream is yellow on my end, but like it hasn't reported anything, so I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Anyways, we've got another sprint race. We will of course use our Falcon. Yeah, I've just got good stream, it's good and healthy. So. AM batteries are indeed piss. Yes. There's a reason I swapped to a wired 360 controller. On Xbox One it doesn't really matter because I always have AA batteries on hand. For those of you who don't know, I've explained this quite a few times during All Good on Your End. Yeah, it's just Ludo's. But, oh! My driver's eye did not fly face first into the back of Angel this time around because Angel didn't start in 6. Stream's fine for me and I have an American ISP. That definitely does confirm the stream is fine, thank you very much. Wired one's having issues sometimes. Yeah, I don't know if I've explained this before. I think I have during some of the other things. But I buy, essentially what I do is I buy 100 AA batteries at the start of the year off Amazon for like £20 and just keep it going from there. So last year I bought some Amazon Essential ones which were very good. This year I've got some Duracell ones which were slightly more expensive I think, but still good. So no real issue there. I was going to miss that checkpoint. You will see me rewind a lot during this. I'm not one of these people that, oh, you should turn rewind off and redo every single race as soon as you miss one checkpoint. No, that's bollocks. Are you British? Yes. Yes, I am. From the up north of England. That car is going on 3 wheels. That is the one great thing with watching some of the older American car races, especially when you upgrade these cars. The pre-tuned ones the AI gets get a little bit skittish. It is quite funny to watch, although they do wreck you in straight lines, as you can sort of see here. But then again, they have to go on the brakes every 5 seconds because their car is about to fall over. It is quite amusing, it has to be said. Let's try and dive up the inside. The more you get, the better. 100 batteries, Jesus Christ, hell yeah. Have you ever accidentally unplugged your controller? Several times. I will say I don't really mind using wired controllers all that much because I did sort of come from the PlayStation 1 era. That was sort of the first thing I grew up playing, so I am kind of used to the way controllers work. I'm going to have to do some grade A level blocking here. Alright, we should be fine. Yes, we are. Across the line! Yeah, the 360 is so loud. The last gen consoles are loud.
That's what the fans and I like to see.
Hell yeah, corruption. I mean, not corruption. Don't question me. And another 10. I think I've funded the price of this car by now, so that's good. Another couple thousand XP, nothing major, and then that should push us over to the new festival expansion. And we get a showcase event at 75,000 fans. So that's how you unlock the showcase events. Again, showcase events a little bit more limited in this game than they were previously. It's not quite good.
Hey, Emile,
so.
Where am I supposed to put all these fans of yours? We're going to need another festival expansion.
Apparently so. Let's go ahead and set our route over there. But before we do that, I am going to go ahead and chuck out this PR stunt over here, and then we'll go around. Oh, sorry, I'm going to throw out this bucket list item over here. So let's go ahead and do that. Hey, Daniel. NASCAR strats, hell yeah. I mean, it's NASCAR-ish. Also, this car has the smallest wing mirrors I've ever seen. Do those even have any form of function whatsoever? I mean, I know it makes it more aerodynamic, but like, you can make things aerodynamic for the sake of aerodynamics, but at some point, they have surely got to function as actual what they're supposed to be, right? But like, they can't be practical, surely.
400 yards. Turn left.
As I said previously, there's XP boards. I'll go through and collect those later on. Hello, Azza. I mean, it does. The shorter the wing mirrors are, the less airflow has to go around the mirror itself. I mean, fair point, but still. Oh hey, it's everyone's favourite meeting point in Horizon 4. Oh, Horizon 3,
You have arrived
the parking
at your
lot.
destination.
So apparently this is bucket list number 3. We've only done 1. Not quite sure what's going on there. Anyways. Time to drive a GTR! Not particularly far. Oh my god, is that a Nissan Skyline GTR? Oh my god, it makes 7 million horsepower to the rear wheels, and the front wheels, and all the wheels. Show off 25 drifting skills, not an issue. I will say the one thing to the GTR's credit is it is very easy to chuck around, even if it is an incredibly heavy box. As in, it is hilariously heavy. Horizon 4, wait, this is Horizon 3. Yeah, it's sort of the one major issue with LPing these games once they come out of their prime, is that I do sort of... It gets very weird to say the numbers. I'm not a fan of the Skyline GTR, it's a fat Datsun. I do kind of like this 2017 model. I think the facelift is a lot better than the pre-facelift models. Although, ironically, the pre-facelift is the one where you can actually put a wide body kit on it in this game, so... Might explore some of that later on, but we shall see. Anyways, of course, as usual for bucket lists, you don't get a whole lot from them, but they are pretty easy to get through. Apparently you get a lot of fans, though, so... That's coolio. And we shall tag the PR stunt at the end of here, and then I think we shall call it a day. There's our... Nissan Skyline GTR, oh my god. And also, I can't wait to get the one comment from someone who goes, it's not a Skyline. And it's like, I know, that's the joke. Anyways. Let's go all the way to the bottom of here. Is that still an undeclared PR stunt? Yeah, it's the one right at the end of here that we want. Also, apparently we've somehow unlocked a new speed trap here. I don't know if it's just because I've driven past it and discovered it, but it's there now anyway. Don't get too much from it because, of course, it's one that requires you to go quite a bit faster, but again, I will cover those later on in better detail. But for now, we will go through it as I'm going through it. What is the fastest non-DLC car tuned properly? I know for a fact the fastest drag car is the Dodge Dart Horizon Edition. That is insanely quick, but I'm not too sure what the actual main fastest car is. Anyways, of course, you earn quite a lot of fans by doing that, so that's all good and gravy. Yeah, probably. I will... Not sure if I'm going to use a sleek, or I'm definitely using a Toyota of some description. So, I guess we better go and head back to the Horizon Festival and get ready to upgrade it. Am I going to get rerouted back into the city if I keep coming down here? Quite a lot to explore around Surfer's Paradise, so the more I can get done now, I guess.
Recalculating route.
You know there's no Volkswagens in this game. That is a fun fact, though. This was sort of the first Forza when there were signs that there was going to become a slight issue when it comes to licensing on the home field. Of course, Volkswagen do not appear in this game at all. Kind of does make the retro hot hatch class a little bit pointless because it does literally boil down to there is a Clio Williams and a Talbot Sunbeam and then a few cars which are not hot hatches whatsoever. So, a little bit of an issue in that regard, but yeah, it was sort of a sign of things to come, and of course later on Forza Motorsport 7 would not feature Toyotas and they'd stick to that stance to this day. Anyways, let's get ready to upgrade the festival in the next episode. Thank you all very much for watching. Next time we will upgrade the festival and see what else is in store for us. Until then, thanks for watching and farewell.